approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. Welcome back here to the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. The one and only Robert Conrad. And looking at that picture of the beautiful Marisol of Spain, ladies and gentlemen, she has piercing eyes. And I would imagine if you put her up against the great icon Robert Conrad with his piercing eyes, which can kind of burn a hole right through you, you two have incredible eyes. There must have been some chemistry and magic when you worked together. That's all I got to say, Bob.
Well, she was 15.
And you were?
I was 28.
Wow.
And when our pictures were taken, I came out 23 and she came out 18.
Perfect.
So for me to be the premier novio de Marisol, which is the first boyfriend, it worked. And there she is again. And you can see that she doesn't look 15 there. She looks 18, 19,
yeah,
something like that.
Definitely.
In that age group. So Marisol, for your French friends in Malaga, I love you, Marisol, and I'll be seeing you in July or early August.
Now, I received an email this week from a famed radio broadcasting legend, Roger Carroll, who used to work at KMPC Radio, the best sounds in town. And he said, Mike, please mention to Bob Conrad, Eddie Hubbard was a friend of mine. Eddie and my brother both worked at WCAO in Baltimore. And you, of course, were with Eddie as your stepdad when he was in Chicago, correct?
Yeah, he was. I did a solo act from 10:05 to 11, 5 nights a week. It was the #1 rated show on radio on WIND.
Oh, yeah.
And then he left and went over with Jack Brickhouse, who was a famous
WGN?
GN. He went to GN. And then
you and I know our Chicago stations.
Yeah, well, then in the evenings, he was working with my mother at the Shangri-La restaurant.
Did anybody broadcast at WMAQ?
No.
Or WLS?
No, WMAQ is NBC.
NBC, that's right. Very good.
Thank you very much.
WLS was ABC, right?
Yes, we're doing all this trivia.
It's good for you, Chicago. This is Midwest Chicago radio trivia.
So anyway, going back to this lady who lived on 75th Street, she was a good friend of, and she mentions his name, and then she goes on to the next guy and mentions his name, and many more. And do I remember this woman? Yes, I remember her. And I can't think of any more. I just wanted to say hello. Hey, listen, hello to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for getting in touch with me. He, the first person you mentioned, went to jail for murder. I don't know what happened to the second guy. And as far as the lady was concerned, she was a lovely lady. I don't know what happened to her. But I wanted to give you an update on that. It was kind of, what was the word when I read it? Shocking?
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, that is what happened to those people that you mentioned in your correspondence to me, and thank you for corresponding with me. So
now, Bob from Mesa, Arizona writes to you, says, Bob, may you get all you want from your children and grandchildren for you. And it's very nice. Little note of appreciation for everything you've done.
Well, that's nice. I appreciate that. Now let's go to those people that have been kind enough to be waiting forever. Jean-Luc from France has been waiting forever.
You're on CRN, Jean-Luc, with the one and only Robert Conrad.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Conrad. Hello, Mike.
Hello there.
Hey, Jean-Luc. What's up, brother?
I'm fine.
Good.
So, first, I have one question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
What did you feel to the announcement of the end of Wild Wild West? Anger and nice?
What was that again?
What did you feel to the announcement of the end of Wild Wild West? Anger?
Anger? No.
Were you angry when when Wild Wild West was terminated?
I was happy. It had been 102 episodes, so we were living on the edge of serious injuries, and I was thrilled to have done it, and I was thrilled to have left it. So it was a wonderful experience, and I thank you for being a part of it by watching it. But that's how I felt. Okay.
And it lives on. It still lives on in France and all over the world.
Lives on all over. Yeah.
Anything else, Jean-Luc?
Yes. Do you want to play a little game with me?
play it again with you. What part do you want to play, Jean-Luc?
Yes. No, I give you 2 names of character you played, and you send me in which movie or series.
All right.
All right, what's the character?
Okay, Milo Janis.
Milo Genev. That was in. That was.
That was with Milo Janis.
The Milo Janis, and that was you were the criminal.
Peter Falk.
Peter Falk, and whatever that was.
Yeah, it was Peter Falk's. Yeah. And what's the next one?
Officer Hummel.
Officer who?
Policeman Hummel.
Policeman Herman. Was that in with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jingle All the Way?
Policeman Herman.
Yes, that's right.
I'm doing 2 for 2 so far.
Okay,
Bob.
well, you got it. Okay, thank you for calling. And hey, thanks for waiting for so long, and thanks for calling. And as they say in French, merci and au revoir, monsieur.
It's a pleasure for me.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Peter Falk show was Columbo, by the way, just to make sure.
Oh, wonderful! I like the way your mind is working. Now let's go
slowly, but it's churning up a little bit.
Let's go to Gary. Hey, Gary, what's going on, brother?
Gary, you're on.
I have been very busy trying to send some pictures of Shirley Jones in honor of her birthday, and I got a question all about her.
Yeah, good.
Shirley...
Is it true that you're keeping the Larry Manetti show alive?
What did you say?
I said, is it true that you're keeping the Larry Manetti show alive?
Well, of course. In fact, I'm one of those people who made the contribution. A success.
You're a good man, Gary. You're a good man.
Thanks. I got a question. Was Shirley Jones a very special lady in playing all those musical roles before she played the mother on The Partridge Family?
Well, of course. She was a very talented actress, Gary. That's a simple question with a simple answer. She was very, very talented. Thank you for asking.
Anytime. And the last question. If you would have had another role right after Black Sheep Squadron, could you have played the part of Dr. Donald Westball on Saint Elsewhere?
No.
Why?
Because I don't even remember the show.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it.
Oh, don't start with that, please. Save that for your show with Larry.
First one in there. Got it for you.
There's a show that Mike has with Larry Manetti. It's called The Manettis.
The Weekend Show with Larry Manetti.
And it's
very
lovely
good.
Wife, and he does that stuff on that show.
Fun show every Tuesday, everybody, at 4 o'clock Pacific. That's 7 Eastern. Then it plays throughout the weekends here on CRN. Check it out.
Yes, and do that on that show.
Roger E. Mosley was on recently, and Tom Selleck is coming up soon.
Oh, exciting! Huh?
Yeah, that's good.
I ran into Selleck.
Crew's getting together.
I ran into Selleck at the restaurant, and he told me he wanted to be on our show.
That's great. I like that. That's good.
Well, I like it too because he's a nice guy and had a good career. Now let's talk to John. Hey, The Voice. What's up, John?
Hey, Bob. Hey, Mike. How y'all doing?
Hi, John. You're on CRN with Robert Conrad here.
Proud to be here.
Thank you, man. What's up?
Last week, Bob, I was asking you about one of the fights that you got in at the backstage.
Yeah, okay.
How long have you been reading this Dick Canty book? This is the longest reading I've ever seen of a book. Right, but, John, what do you got for us?
What is it, John?
Well, it was toward the end of the second season. You all were shooting the episode called The Night of the Cadre. And Richard Jekyll, I hope I'm pronouncing his name
Richard
correct.
Jekyll, yes.
Yeah.
He was recommended for the part by your friend Bob Phillips.
Maybe. I don't remember Phillips recommending anybody.
What I was going to see if you recalled was Richard joined you all for a drink at the backstage, but fortunately for him, he left early that night and wasn't there when the fist started flying.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know if you remembered that or not.
Yeah, John, I remember him leaving. Yes, I do.
Okay.
They got out while the getting was good. Is that the deal?
Yeah, I don't remember Phillips recommending him for the role, but I do definitely remember him leaving before the fight took place. And that was many, many moons ago. And
a lot of excitement there.
I don't know if I thank you for bringing it up or not, John, but thanks for being a part of the show.
John, you're the best, buddy.
Well, Bob, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your show.
Straight ahead, we continue.